So why do people go to college? Let me answer that for you. To get degrees. Which is why when I heard about the topic of today's video, I was like, what? That makes no sense. That is a scam. Anyways, let's not waste any time. Let's get into the scam. The clip of the scam.
Professors at Harrisburg Area Community College are currently striking right now to get a livable wage, and HAC is forcing students to be taught in classes by substitutes who don't even have degrees because they are refusing to refund tuition to these students.
So there's more to that clip, but I just want to get started with the things that she mentioned. Firstly, the people at HAC, Harrisburg Area Community College, the people who teach there are on strike because they're not getting paid enough. It's kind of ridiculous because why would they get paid enough? They're not a CEO, they're not a shareholder. Don't they know that under capitalism, only the CEOs and the shareholders are supposed to make money? Okay, enough of that. But isn't it kind of weird that if students are going to college to get a degree, why do they even want the degree in the first place? Because supposedly when you have a degree, you can make more money. But the teachers who are evaluating you and ultimately deciding if you get your degree, they aren't paid enough.
Ironic.
So what are you modeling there? Like, why would anybody go to a college, see that their professors who have degrees already, who are the ones that will be evaluating those students, if they aren't making enough money, if they aren't making a livable wage, then why the heck would anyone go to your institution? Because apparently, you're broke! So I think that's ridiculous. But the second thing here is that on top of that ridiculousness, this institution is being greedy and not refunding the students. Like, the students should get their money back if the professors with degrees aren't able to teach them. That's kind of a scam, okay? Since the teachers are on strike and not teaching classes, and the students are going to the school to learn in those classes to get their degree, they shouldn't have to pay. They should be refunded. But you know what some administrator came up with? No. You know these admin type people who think like execs or shareholders, they're like, how do we squeeze this situation for all the value in our favor, but none of the value in our customers' favor or the students' favor? They allegedly, according to this video, okay, this is my source, they have decided that they're going to have qualified substitute teachers. I don't know what the term is. I also read an article. Let me pull it up. But qualified substitute teachers replace the professors and teach these students. And in some cases, these substitutes don't even have degrees. That seems illegal. Well, not illegal. It seems kind of ridiculous and against the whole kind of ethos of the institution of academia, but, let's just go on with the clip.
Harrisburg Area Community College is refusing to pay professors a livable wage and are refusing to refund students for their tuition that they rightfully paid to be taught by the professors that they choose to be paid. But now HAC is just hiring anybody who doesn't even have a degree to just teach these students as substitutes right now because HAC is refusing to refund students. If you go to HAC right now, if you go to Harrisburg Area Community College right now, and your professor's on strike, you need to request a refund. You should not be okay with being taught by a substitute teacher who does not have a master's degree, any type of degree, because they just picked them off the street because they are refusing to refusing to pay professors a livable wage. Request your refund now. Shame on HAC.
Okay, so I'm sure picking people off the street to teach is kind of an over-exaggeration, but yeah, professors should have master's degrees at the very least. I went to an engineering college. All the professors had to have PhDs, and there was one professor I really liked, but he only had a master's degree, and it always felt like he was a bit insecure about that, the way he would talk. He'd be like, I just have a master's. I'm just an associate professor. Like, yes, this is community college. It's different, okay? Community college is completely valid, okay? But I'm talking about engineering school. So in my engineering school, all the professors literally have PhDs or something, okay? Associate lecturers, or I don't know what the fuck they're called. It was a long time ago. But the only people who could have less than a PhD were the non-professors and the TAs. But now that I think of TAs were some of the best, most helpful teachers. They didn't have PhDs a lot of the time. Sometimes they were just students. Just kidding. No. I think TAs are usually doctoral candidates, or they're studying to get their PhD and they have a professor above them. Anyways, doesn't matter. What does matter is that this whole concept is ridiculous. What would you do if you were paying tuition to go to a college to learn from professors who have degrees to then get a good degree so you can go get a job? But then you realize that you're not even being taught by professors with degrees because the professors with degrees can't even make enough money from the freaking college. So they're on strike.
Oh, brother.
And I just remembered the video had some interesting comments, so I'm gonna take a look at those. I didn't even get a sub. The class was canceled. If the class is canceled, you should get a refund, okay? You can't just keep people's tuition and cancel all the classes. You gotta give them their money back, okay? Otherwise, you're a scammer, like Donald Trump. I'm sorry, if that offended you, life is political. Get over it. Community college professor here. Institutions can lose their accreditation for employing unqualified faculty, notify their accrediting body. Losing accreditation scares the bejesus out of academic. Yeah, dude, that's what I was saying. It's not illegal. It's against accreditation. It's like when Mudahar kept referencing himself as an engineer, even though he doesn't have an engineering degree and he doesn't work an engineering job. See, all I said is, I went to engineering school. And I got my degree. But I haven't worked as an engineer in a really long time. Just kidding. You will never know what I do. You'll never know what I do. Just don't worry about it. So basically, hack is a hack. You should see the emails they're sending, lol. The wording used seems very much like they're trying to make students think that the teachers are the issue, when hack is the one that needs to pay their teachers what they deserve. Hell yeah, pay people what they deserve. We are also being told by the school to report our professors for restricting our access to lesson materials. The only thing hindering my progress in my studies is the professors being mistreated and overworked for less than they deserve. Dude, these commenters are super activist. They spent the tuition. JoJo outro.
Hip hip.
The class action will bankrupt the community college system. Harrisburg Area Community College needs it. They have been taking advantage of students for years. They need their power checked. Yeah, guys, we need to do to hack what the Senate is failing to do to the president. Check their power.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
At least you get subs. For my bio class, we didn't have a class period. Our teacher told us that we can do our homework and labs through Connect. So yeah, this sucks. Like, I know people are accustomed to pre-ordering a video game and then getting crap.
I'm a CEO in a porcelain spa. Skibadoo, skibada. Yes, that's me.
No, God! But paying tuition and then not being taught and not getting an education, that's unacceptable. Okay, that is unacceptable, because how it's supposed to work in America is you're supposed to be promised that if you get a degree, you will get a good job. So you go to college, you spend all that money, you get that degree, and then you go into the 2025 job market and you get nothing because the AI is taking all the jobs. I really don't know where this is. There's probably not going to be a lot of edits in this video, but thank you for watching. Later!